Hi, I'm Radiant. Join me on a journey to bring you enticing recipes where every video is a celebration of deliciousness, creativity, simplicity, and foodie inspiration. Today, I'm bringing you something inspired once again from my home country, Jamaica, from the Caribbean. We're going to be making a Jamaican curry powder. Now, there's so many versions of curry powder floating out around there. And sometimes people ask, what's the difference between like an Indian curry powder or Jamaican curry powder? And the difference is that Caribbean or Jamaican curry powder is usually a little bit more yellow, some of them, not all, and they have a bit more turmeric. They'll have allspice included, a scotch bonnet pepper, like dried scotch bonnet. I don't have one today, but I do have a substitute. And, you know, people add their own kind of things to it, but I'm going to tell you how I do it. And, you know, here we go. So what you're going to need is a bunch of lovely spices. I will tell you ahead of time that all these spices are ground, but you can actually use them in their whole versions. And usually what you do is if you're going to use them whole before you grind them up into a powder version, you would toast them. But I'm going to show you a trick that I like to use myself. So I'm going to get a bowl. And I'm going to use some ginger and some turmeric. And actually, you know what? We're going to start just putting spices in. And I'll explain as well. So first, we're going to do some turmeric. Look at that lovely turmeric. Look at that. All right. And just be aware that turmeric will stain. So if it gets on anything, alright, we're gonna do some ginger powder. This is a big bag right here. You can tell I like ginger. I also like ginger root. We're gonna do some mustard seed powder. This is yellow mustard seed powder. We're going to add some fenugreek. Fenugreek is similar to like roasted sugar, maple type of a taste. Yeah, it smells like roasted maple, roasted sugar. And you can find that in your grocery store, which is where I found it, or online. Fenugreek is really popular in curries. And of course, one of my favorites, allspice or pimento. You can get pimento berries and grind them up. All right, we're gonna do some coriander. Ooh. Seal that up, and we're going to do some cumin. I love cumin. It is so versatile. I use it sometimes in like my chili powders. It's Mexican, but cumin can be used in so many different dishes. Very earthy. All right. Now, traditionally, black pepper is used. I'm just going to do a little bit because I'm going to be using cayenne, so I'm probably just going to do a little bit of black pepper, a little bit. And I'm doing it because one, I'm not really a fan of black pepper. I prefer cayenne. And yeah, I don't want it to be too hot or too spicy. I like my curries kind of mild. But if you like it spicy, carry on. Just know that the combination of cayenne and ginger in particular, if you put them together, you will taste it. All right, I'm going to be doing cloves. I like to use ground cloves in my savory dishes. And of course, the cayenne. Now, you may be wondering, where's the salt? I tend to not add salt to this because I'm going to be using this in quite a few dishes. So that's why I'm not using any salt. but it's up to you. If you have a preference for salt, you can add it, but I like to just let the flavors do what they do and then add salt later on. So, see, look at that. Have all my spices nicely ground up. Can you see that? And we're gonna mix them. We're gonna mix them up. Now, this is an optional step, but a step I like to do. All right, I'm gonna move everything to the side. Do is I'm actually going to toast this. So I'm going to turn this on, and you want to put this, if you're using like an open flame, I'm using an induction stovetop. If you're using like a gas stovetop or an open flame, you want to put this on a low heat, and you want a dry pan. You do not want to put any oil or anything in it. I'm actually going to make sure that this is, there's nothing in here, but I like to just wipe it down. All right. And you let that, a little bit hot already. That's how powerful this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spice blend, my curry blend, and I'm going to put it in there, all of it. Okay. And I'm going to toast it. And what you want to do is, like I said, you want it to be on a low flame. And you want to keep it moving. Some of it spilled out, but you want to keep it moving. I'm breaking it up a little bit more. Now, I actually like to use this for a few things, but I'm actually going to make some chickpeas with this. Yes, I'm going to make some curry chickpeas with this. Let it toast up, just like that. All right. Now, if for any reason you see this smoking, turn it off. Turn it off. You don't want to burn the spices. You just want to toast them. And like I said, the opposite is true. If you have whole spices, let's say you have a combination. Let's say you have like whole cloves, whole coriander seeds, you know, like whole peppercorns. You would take the whole spices and you would toast those the same way I'm doing this, but on a very low heat, just until they're toasted. And that you have to be really careful in watching, because those will burn a little easier than this would. And then what you do is you put that in your grinder and then you blend that up, and you can actually blend it with your other spices. And that's how you make, you know, your curry powder, your curry spice blend from whole. All right, but I use just whole ground spices today because that's what I had at hand. All right. Ooh, that smells good. Okay, so I'm actually going to get a container for this. I like to put mine in a mason jar if I can. I can put it in this nice jar. I'm going to turn this off. Take it off the heat. And I'm just going to scoop this in a little scotch. You can also use a funnel. Those come in handy as well. I'm just going to scoop it in. Just like that. I'm trying to do this neatly. but it's still spilling. You know, another tip, let's see, parchment paper. Your parchment paper, tear it up. Put it down. Put this to the side. And take your parchment paper like this. There you go. That's also a way to put flour into a bowl, dry mixtures into bowls. And it's also a way that I like to sometimes clean up. I take that, that's gonna go into my bowl, and that's gonna go in the garbage. And that's it. So this is my Jamaican curry powder. Right? Little goes a long way. I use sometimes a tablespoon or more, depending on what I'm trying to achieve in my recipes, and that's it. So Jamaican curry powder, use this in your curry soup, in your curry dishes, maybe with some veggies, with tofu is good. And you know what? I actually have a recipe I'm going to share on this channel as well for my curry chickpeas. So if you like this recipe and you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up and like it. Also comment if you've made this, and let me know maybe your favorite curries that you've tried and what you plan on using this for. And if you want to get all the details for this recipes, as well as more information and more inspired recipes like this, please subscribe to my channel and also click the link in my bio and join my free VIP group. So thank you so much for joining me, and you have a